Another item that you can consider and is very popular is what's referred to as an employee stock option plan, or an ESOP. An ESOP gives ownership to the employees at that point in time through a retirement mechanism. Under the general ESOP, typical ESOP structure, what happens is you set up a retirement plan. The company, or the ESOP buys the shares from a shareholder. In order to do that, you do it through either a leveraged ESOP, in which the ESOP goes out and borrows money from the bank, with the company then making annual retirement contributions into the ESOP to fund that bank financing. And then there's a share allocation on an annual basis to the employees. What's the benefits of an ESOP? Well, one benefit is that if you're a C corporation, or your entity is a C corporation when you sell it, and you have more than 30% of it that's being sold or has been sold, you can take the proceeds on your sale and put it into a qualified fund, and you're not taxed on that money until you pull it out of that qualified fund. So you got a mechanism then to grow that money very fastly because you didn't have to pay the initial tax on it. Another benefit is ownership and pride in ownership. Your employees now own a piece of that company. And it can be motivating sometimes for those employees to say, this is my company, I want to do the right thing, I want to maximize what I have now. And they may work harder, they may put in more hours, they may be more productive, they may be looking for cost reductions, they may be looking for process improvements because it's their company now. Very powerful tool to do that. One of the downsides of that is you still own potentially some shares, and now your employees own shares as well. So you have to balance your control and what you're doing within the company because you've got another shareholder sitting out there with you, unless, of course, you sell 100% of your stock to your ESOP. And when I refer to the transfer of 30% on an ESOP and being able to transfer that into a qualified investment and not have to pay tax on that initial sale, and only pay tax when you pull the money out of that qualified investment, there's no dollar limitation on the amount of money that can go into this qualified investment to defer the tax. So in closing, we've discussed an external transfer, an internal transfer, management, family, employees, competitors, public market, mergers, C corporation, S corporation, so structure, value, and planning. You have to take all these into consideration when you're taking a look at what you want and what you're going to be able to get for your company to take care of yourself in the long term. Thank you for joining me today.